So this is as good as it gets. The battle for the #1 spot, Purdue versus Arizona. And Arizona's coming off a dominant performance against Wisconsin where they scored 98 points against Wisconsin defense. They gave up 64 against Marquette the week before and 57 against Michigan State a few days before. And that was the best Arizona has played all year. They were hitting on all cylinders, playing as a team, ferocious on both offense and defense. It was a fantastic full game, 40 minutes, front to finish. And I think it's going to be tough to replicate that kind of performance, especially on the road. It's a neutral site game, but it's going to be an Indy. But Arizona, they're old, they're tough, they're physically strong, they're athletic. 4 of their 5 starters are seniors, and the one guy who's not a senior is Kylan Boswell, who is physically strong. He's a grown-ass man at the point guard spot. And on top of checking all the boxes for Arizona, they play smart. They limit their turnovers, and they play together. They're a balanced team where you have 5 guys averaging between 12 points and 14.1 points per game. And then on the flip side, you have Purdue, who plays through Zach Edey, who's averaging 24 points per game. And Braden Smith is a nice number 2 for them, who's taking a big step up from last year. But when you look at Purdue's top guards, Fletcher Lawyer and Braden Smith, what have they struggled with in the past? What have been the weaknesses in this Purdue team? Well, when they go against physically strong, athletic guys who can D up like Boswell and Caleb Love, that makes life difficult on them. They can struggle with that. They can take them out of their game. That can make entry passes difficult to Zach Edey. And then you look at the starting lineups. You have Kylan Boswell versus Braden Smith, Caleb Love versus Fletcher Lawyer, Pele Larson versus Lance Jones, Keyshawn Johnson versus Trey Kaufman-Renn, Omar Ballo versus Zach Edey. I'm taking Arizona in 4 of those 5 matchups, but you have the great equalizer in Zach Edey, the best player in college basketball. But what's interesting about Arizona is Ballo. I made in my last video. He is a big guy down low. He's a guy who can potentially guard Edey one-on-one where you don't have to dig down, you don't have to help, you don't have to play this cat and mouse game. And what that can do for Arizona is force the other guys for Purdue to beat you one-on-one situations rather than them feasting off of catch and shoots from all the attention Edey draws. They're going to have to beat their guy off the bounce. They're going to have to create for themselves, and that's what you want as Arizona. You want them to score against your physically strong, mature, tough defenders. And I'm not saying Zach Edey's not going to get his own. He's too good. He's too dominant in the college game not to get his own. But I think Ballo can slow him down, and his backup is 7'2". He might get dominated a bit, but as long as Edey does not dominate this game and you can guard him one-on-one rather than crashing down on him just like every other team college basketball does, because you have that physical strength, that could lead to good things for Arizona. But I don't think Arizona's going to shoot like they did against Wisconsin, and I don't think they're going to hit on all cylinders. It's a road game, and Purdue, they've been playing tough as well. They had that bump of the road against Northwestern, but let's say this game goes where Arizona shoots 30% from 3, and Purdue's coming out strong. They're hitting from their home crowd. I can see it going for Purdue. But I think this is going to be a very close game. I think it's going to be very hard fought. But with the way Arizona's rolling right now to start the season, the way Ballo might be able to slow down Edey, guarding him straight up. I mean, Edey still might score 20, but if that's done in mostly a one-on-one setting rather than with crashing down and all this different cat and mouse stuff, that's all right. But with the athleticism advantage, the strength advantage outside of Edey, and like I said, Lawyer and Smith struggle against guys like Love and Boswell, and I give Arizona in the starting lineups the advantage in 4 of the 5 spots. So I'm going to go with Arizona to win a really hard-fought game. It's not going to be easy. Purdue's really good. These are the 2 best teams in the country, but Arizona's coming out of the gates ready to play. You hope they're not peaking right now, but boy, they are tough. And if they keep getting better, then gosh, it's going to be a wrap for college basketball. But for me, Arizona is the best team in the country. I have a hard time seeing them losing to Northwestern like Purdue did. But this is going to be a good game that goes down to the wire, in my opinion. It's anyone's ball game, but I'm going to give the edge against to Arizona in a game where Purdue does not go down without a fight. And that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. If this is your first video with me, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll be reacting after the video. And I'll see you next time.